Hurricane Dean unleashed its anger in August 2007 over the Yucatan Peninsula in southern Mexico. At level 5, it was the second most destructive storm ever on the Atlantic coast. Much of its infrastructure is still broken, and its mangroves remain completely destroyed. People's livelihoods were brutally affected.
We lost the entire harvest. Everything was gone.
Epifanio Martin lives here in a small village in Yucatan. He and his family hid under the kitchen table when their house started to shake. They miraculously escaped the hurricane, but his crops and his home were severely damaged. His loss was a major setback for the family.
We don't have enough money to build a new roof. And now we are starting all over again, as though we just arrived here.
Epifanio is not alone. Fishermen like Jose, who works this river, also felt the wrath of Hurricane Dean.
Many boats were destroyed. We lost many of them and we couldn't work. It was hard for the whole river.
Now Mexicans are bracing themselves for the next hurricane.
The forecast is for 17 major hurricanes on the Atlantic and 15 on the Pacific. Global warming is generating a greater number of hurricanes of greater force. So we have to learn to live with hurricanes, with floods, with drought, and adapt.
Javier Moya, coordinator of the Prevention and Recovery of Natural Disasters in Mexico, says women will play a critical role.
The men have gone to work, they've gone to the U.S., so when a hurricane comes, the women are the ones that need to make the decision.
Women like Vilma. She lives in the same village as Epifanio. Vilma owns the only telephone alert system in the village. She and her neighbors were warned before the storm, but weren't sure how to react.
They warned us for 3 days. No one believed it. My husband said it wasn't true. There was no rain. I have never seen a hurricane before. I want to see it.
Vilma and her family survived the rage of Hurricane Dean, and their home remained intact because of its Mayan architecture, which makes it hurricane resistant. The village now has a plan in place. The United Nations Development Program and the Government of Mexico are leading efforts on disaster preparedness. Part of the project includes regular community meetings organized by Vilma. Villagers discuss new evacuation plans and learn where safe shelters are located. Epifanio is getting ready for the next storm. He's already building safer homes for his children, using his knowledge of Mayan structure. It's much better than what they had before. And when the next hurricane wreaks havoc here, everyone will be ready. This report was prepared by Mary Ferreira for the United Nations.
This program is brought to you by Link TV for educational and non-commercial use only. Link TV is the only U.S. network dedicated to global and national news, uncompromising documentaries, and diverse cultural programs. Programs which connect you to the world.